Old Grandpa Edgar ain't what he used to be, ain't what he used to be, ain't what he used to be. Old Grandpa Edgar ain't what he used to be.
So I close my eyes and lose myself now. Do it like it's only today. We got a party for a lifetime. No, we ain't stopping for the sunrise. No, we don't care about the bad nights. And for a second I can feel like this. Make me feel like this. Young blood made of gold, a mind you can't control. Running wild, can't come down. My head is in the clouds. Gotta keep this feeling, keep on breathing, even if we're slipping away. So I close my eyes and lose myself now. Do it like it's only today. We got a party for a lifetime. No, we ain't stopping for the sunrise. No, we don't care about the bad nights. And for a second I can feel like this. Make me feel like this. We got a party for a lifetime. No, we ain't stopping for the sunrise. No, we don't care about the bad nights. And for a second I can feel like this. Make me feel like this. I'm on my last straw. I'm broken and I'm woken up. I'm done feeding your lies. I've had enough. I can't run your place in this faulty game. And all the words you speak mean nothing more to me, 'cause I'd start over.
Thank you, beautiful, lovely. Hey, girl. How you doing?
And I won't let you go. I need you by my side. Let's take it slow. Where you go, I go too. And if you hit the bottom, I'm going down with you. Let's take it slow. Who cares where we gotta be? You know you'll have a good time wherever you're with me. Let's take it slow. Ask me how we got here, 'cause you don't know how. You say we're taking on water, yeah, we're sinking now. You're looking all concerned, like we're gonna drown. But we both know how to swim, no worries, let's flow for now. Let's take it slow. Where you go, I go too. And if you hit the bottom, I'm going down with you. Let's take it slow. Who cares where we gotta be? You know you'll have a good time wherever you're with me. Let's take it slow.
You are Rachel, otherwise you'll be able to. And, yeah.
I know I'm not easy. I drag you out your mind. And there are days I hate you, but baby, you're still mine. And then we have the best times, no matter what we do. And even when we don't, there's nobody I'd rather choose. Let's take it slow. Where you go, I go too. And if you hit the bottom, I'm going down with you. Let's take it slow. Slow. Who cares where we gotta be? You know you'll have a good time wherever you're with me. Let's take it slow. Where you go, I go too. And if you hit the bottom, I'm going down with you. Let's take it slow. Who cares where we gotta be? You know you'll have a good time wherever you're with me.
Ride the girl wave.
Big rain, come along with me. Together with the truth you'll see. Got our pearls and our laughter too. The search for facts is always new. In this place we keep it real. Classy vibes and joyful zeal. Join the journey. It's just begun. Shine brighter than the sun.
Carissa, thank you, love. Welcome to the Pearl family.
Share the vibe.
Go.
Crush those pearls. Let's take the ride. Helen's here and spread the cheer. Members make the truth so clear.
So glad to see you back, Survivor.
And the truth is what we do. So hit subscribe and join the crew. The way. Together we will save the day. With every laugh we lift our hearts. In the search we all take part. Thank you all for standing strong. Together we belong. Hit the like and share
girl.
With every laugh, we lift our hearts.
Instead of Bashan.
In the search, we all take part.
Thank you so much.
Thank you all for standing strong. Together we belong. Hit the light and share the light. Crush those pearls, let's take the ride. Come in here and spread the cheer. Members make the truth so clear.
Love you too, darling. So much. Darling.
The pearls were bound together through the storm and darkest weather. We search high, we search low, together everywhere we go. Justin's here and he's
That's me.
going live with the best fans by my side.
That's you.
We're a family, we hold strong.
That's us.
Together we can right the wrong. We clutch them pearls, we shine like stars, searching wide, spreading love afar. Every stream, every heartfelt plea, we are one in this community. Daily grind, but we're not stopping. Pearls around the world just popping. With each view and every share, we send hope and show we care. We clutch them pearls, we shine like stars, searching wide, spreading love afar. Every stream, every heartfelt plea, we are one in this community.
We gotta talk.
Daily grind, but we're not stopping. Pearls around the world just popping. With each view and every share, we send hope and show we care. We clutch them pearls, we shine like stars, searching wide, spreading love afar. Every stream, every heartfelt plea, we are one in this community. In the night or in the day, girls will light and lead the way. Justin's heart and your support, together we will hold the fort. Daily grind, but we're not stopping. Pearls around the world just popping. With each view and every share, we send hope and show we care.
Click play and come along with me. Together
Thank you,
with
Carmelita.
the
Thank
truth
you.
you see.
Oh, thank you, baby. Thank you.
Got our pearls and our laughter too. The search for facts is always new.
Awesome.
In this place we keep it real. Classy vibes and joyful zeal. Join the journey, it's just begun. We shine brighter than the sun. Hit the like and share the vibe. Clutch those pearls, let's take the ride. Comments here and spread the cheer. Members make the truth so clear. Defending truth is what we do. So hit subscribe and join the crew. With every search we pave the way. Together we will save the day. Defending truth is what we do. So hit subscribe and join the crew. With every search we pave the way. Together we will save the day. With every laugh we lift our hearts. In the search we all take part. Thank you all for standing strong. Together we belong. Hit the like and share the vibe. Clutch those pearls, let's take the ride. Comments here and spread the cheer.
Well, hello everyone. Thank you all so much for joining me. I really do appreciate your time. You could have chosen to be anywhere on YouTube. You have a lot of options, anywhere on the internet, anywhere in the world, and you chose to be right here. I know your time is very valuable, and I do appreciate you spending some time with me. Today is April 16th, 2025. It is currently 5:57 p.m. on the East Coast of the United States. Hello, my beautiful friends. Thank you so much for joining me. We've got a lot to talk about today, to say the very least. A lot has been going on the past 24 hours, really the last week. Um, in all of that. Melanie, your first month. Thank you so much, dear. Appreciate you, Miss Melanie. Hope you are well, my friend. And thank you, lovely, for 2 months. Hey, Pearls, Justin Motts. Hope everyone has had a great day. I hope you've had a great day, Miss Lovely. Thank you so much for your continued support, my dear. Really do appreciate that. Miss Maria, thank you so much. 2 months. Love being here. We love having you, Miss Maria. Thank you so much for your support, my dear. Carissa, thank you so much for becoming a new Pearl member. May I say, pearls look amazing on you, darling. Really do appreciate that, my love. And thank you, Marina girl. Really do appreciate that. Is that a Bashan or is it a Maltese? Might be a Maltese. I don't know. It's a beautiful dog. I used to have a Bashan years ago. His name was Teddy. They're good dogs. Me and you, love you. Love you too, honey. Thank you so much. And thank you so much, Carmelita, for emailing that. I really wanted to hear about that before we do that fundraiser on that one. So the last, I guess Betty had court today. And I guess a lot was going on there at the courthouse. I don't think it's interesting as the last time court took place, but nonetheless, there was court. And you have a Bichon Yova? Oh, they're good dogs. They're really good dogs. Break over, have to catch. Okay, Nana, thank you, dear. I'll see you in a little bit. I wish they would have kept Edgar. Ginger says, well, who knows? Who knows? There's nothing that would surprise me in Sumner County. You know what I mean? But we're going to go kind of over a little bit what Betty said. We're going to go over what Edgar did yesterday. We're going to finish that. Thank you, Lacey. Girl, good to see you. Really do appreciate you, my dear. Love you, Justin, Mods in chat, and Remy, of course. Thank you so much, Miss Lacey. Good to see you, my friend. Hope you are well. So the judge allegedly, I guess the judge that was there, recused themselves, and I think they went to lunch, and then a new judge appeared. It was a woman judge, from what I understand, which is good. Oh, really, me and you? It's really sad. Hey, Josh, good to see you, my friend. Denise, thank you so much. Good to see you. Thank you so much, my friend. Thank you, Candace. Good to see you, my friend. If you are well, thank you both, Denise and Candace. Betty went live briefly just a little bit ago. Make sure you go over there and say hi if you support her. If you don't, that's your thing. Everyone is free to think whatever they want to think. It's a free country. Hey, Kelsey, Grace, Vic, Tar, SL, Eileen, Sheer. Good to see you all. Sue, Candace, Rocco, Angel, Jinja, Rhonda, Sally, SL, Eileen, Little Red, Black Skies, Brandy. Good to see you all. Everybody coming in. Make yourself at home. We got a lot to go over. All right. So, Bullhorn Betty. I want to go over just a few things that she said. This is my thing, to be quite honest with you. Um, Wherever you stand with Bullhorn Betty, in my opinion, I don't think she did anything that other creators haven't done or haven't said to get all of this. That's just my opinion. Now you're welcome to disagree with me in chat. That's absolutely fine, but I just don't see what she did. I just don't. And even if that was another creator that I didn't necessarily agree with this case, I still would say the same thing on this. Honest to God, because I come from the First Amendment auditing community originally, and I supported really large creators now. They were big then, they're really big now. And there is the First Amendment auditors, if you know what they are, they do a hell of a lot more. Um, and we have some freedoms in this country. We have freedom of our opinions, right? We have freedom of religion. That's who we are. And all she did was put out signs that day. She may have tacked one up in the pole right there at Edgar's yard. But to me, if she did that, I don't even know if she did that, but even if she did, that's your stepson. It does share. It really does say a lot. It really does say a lot. It sure does. Oh my God, Tara, thank you so much. Wow. Thank you, love. Gifting Pearl memberships. That's amazing. If you received one of those, give our Another Realm a big, big thank you. Really do appreciate that, my dear. Tara, if we can talk this evening, that would be good. Maybe sometimes later tonight. The protective orders are BS. CP and KP shouldn't have time to be doing this. They have been missing child. And honestly, whenever, I don't know how. Well, I guess the incident where Mr. Donkey was following her, literally following her, literally waited for her. Now, again, I've always said this. I don't think Betty should have got out of the car. I don't think she should have got out of the car, but I understand she wasn't physical toward him, obviously, or anything like that. In fact, she used Mr. Bowersocks. That's how she named him. It was kind of like the most, between them both, they were both kind of heated, but they still was like, Mr. Bowersocks, yes, ma'am. They were still kind of respectful, if you will, the way they were speaking. At least it was interesting. Lorraine, thank you so much, my dear. Good to see you. Love you, my loves. Thank you, honey, for your support. And thank you for crying out loud for gifting a Pearl membership, my dear. If you receive that Pearl membership, make sure you thank for crying out loud. And thank you again, Lorraine. Really do appreciate that. Thank you for your support. Now, let's watch a little bit of this. I feel like Chris was bullied a lot as a kid and teen. Now he's abusive AF. Uh, Perhaps. I just think he's a bully, in my opinion. And whenever people don't listen to what he wants, he either uh, yells at you or divorces you.
I'll wait for
Credit goes to Bullhorn Betty. Y'all could drop that link in chat. Greatly
just a few people. I don't know how much of this is going to be. It looks like I got plenty of 5G, but we'll just wait just a little bit for people to get in here. The judge stopped at the proceedings as soon as he asked about, the contact. Like, she started saying everybody was contacting her, but it wasn't me. But as soon as she started saying something about contact and these anonymous people, the judge stopped the proceedings and brought all the attorneys up to the up to that. I had to talk to the person I was with for privately. So, no, it wasn't bad signal. I just moved. I changed a screen so I could have privacy. I needed to say something to somebody. But you guys should be seeing me very, very, very clear right now. Here's a little messy, but very clear. So he stopped the proceedings and basically said he was willing to recuse himself and explained to them that apparently this judge, which I have no doubt who's the responsible parties of this, but Judge
She's breaking
for this case and heard of it. But how dare, like, people are really freaking brazen, and whoever did that, I just want to let you know that he talked about it being under criminal investigation. You cannot threaten a freaking judge, whatever.
Oh, wow. Okay. I was wondering why this judge recused themselves, because there's really only a few reasons why a judge generally recuses themselves. But apparently, which is not cool, someone allegedly threatened this judge. That is not cool, ever. No, Betty, of course, Betty didn't threaten a judge. And, I'm sure that I guess they're investigating it according to Betty, which, that's a really, really bad offense and can get you in a lot of trouble, because judges are very much protected, because not only that, they're highly scrutinized individuals, right? Only, it's kind of like politicians, only 50% are liked at best, because when it comes to a judge, it's one decision or another. And so they're highly protected, as they should be. And, I hope that whoever did this, they find out. That it does not. Brandon, he says that's a 30-year sentence in Tennessee. Hope they find the person. Wow. That's insane. They didn't blame BHB, but said it was probably one of her followers. See, I mean, I can't imagine someone, doing that. But I don't know. Guys, I know we all get frustrated and stuff like that at times, but if you get that frustrated, take a break. Take a break. Don't let anything like this take your peace or anything like that. take a break. Don't go making poor decisions. So that's not good. Definitely not good. You never know, crime addicts. There's really nothing that would surprise me. In fact, if you remember what Matt stated, I might play that in a second. Now that you just said that, that's very interesting that you said that.
Did that is a
Let
stupid
me find that.
bonehead. Like, you could go into jail for a really, really long time. You do not threaten judges, just like you do not threaten law enforcement or FBI. So, like I said, we know who threatens people. We know it's not coming from our camp, and it will never come from our camp. Only one camp has been threatening bodily harm to me, as well as all the other people involved. So the judge, explained the thresholds that are needed, and probable cause being the absolute lowest legal threshold. And that she did find probable cause to move it over to the grand jury. I'm not really worried about it. I'm not worried about any of this, to be honest with you, because it's just getting us one step closer to appeals. And that's, you guys know, that's where I want to be. I want this whole entire case removed from Sumner County, removed from their ability to rule over it. And that's just where I stand on that front. And I'm not going to change my stance. If I'm not going to get a fair shake in this county, because of, this environment where everybody knows everybody, and I'm an outsider and they're an insider, and this is just how things are done here. That's not good enough for Bullhorn Betty. It's not good enough for their community. It's not good enough for people that visit from outside community.
That's a good question. Val said, YouTube, how was the, I'm going to say, alleged threat to Judge delivered? Did he say it directly to him, or did he write it, or was it anonymous? I'm assuming that it would have been anonymous, because he said that they are investigating who, did this. So I am assuming it wasn't in person, most likely by, a voicemail or email or something like that, I would think. She said she hopes someone does what the judge has done to her. She said something like that, but I can't, if someone remembers. I know it wasn't a threat, because you can hope and you can pray about anything, technically, and that is not considered a threat to an individual. Hopes and prayers. There used to be this guy on YouTube. He was a very, very wild First Amendment auditor, and he used to call people in law enforcement. Don't ever do this. And he would say things, really bad things to them. And he would say, I hope this blah, blah, blah happens to you or someone, or my prayer is this, because you can't, someone's prayers or someone's hopes is not it's not a threat. And, it's very distasteful how he did that. And it's certainly nothing that anybody should do, but it wasn't against the law. So there's, just saying. Thank you so much, Miss Sharon. Really do appreciate you, my darling. Justin, does this mean the higher the court, the more information they will need BHP, maybe getting depositions from the Proudfoot? Yes, they are more, it would be more scrutinized, perhaps. And you know, I don't know. I mean, I really don't know how. I don't really talk to Betty that often, but I don't know how the court is, or the, Edgar and KK and the Bauer feet are alleging what happened, other than the only thing I know is Edgar was saying that she went on the property. But I don't know what threats that they are saying that they received from Betty, if that makes sense. If y'all can tell me, please tell me, because Nana, thank you so much, Sharon, for that. Thank you, Crafty Nana, for gifting the pearl necklace. If you received that pearl necklace, make sure you thank our beautiful Crafty Nana. So good to see you, my dear. Hope you are well. And thank you so much, Mag. Like to wish everyone happy Easter. Happy Easter, my dear. It's going to be here before we know it. It's going to be here before we know it, for sure.
The community, because they will always be on the losing end because they're outsiders, right? Especially if they have a problem with an insider. So the long story is they tried me yet again before a judge, tell them I can't talk about them. The judge would not allow that to go forward. I'm going to continue to cover a national interest case. I really don't care if the prosecutor doesn't believe I have rights as freedom of press, which, again, there is no threshold for that. Anybody is allowed to be press. That's the whole purpose of freedom of press. It's the whole purpose.
That is true. That is true. Anybody can be the press. There is no that's part of our rights. And so I don't understand, you are considered press if you report on anything. Technically, you might not be a journalist who went to school or anything, but you are nonetheless a part of the press, essentially. Justin, do you think BB could countersue and possibly get Edgar and KK thrown in jail? The world would be safer with them behind bars. The only way she could do that is if she is found not guilty of anything, and she would have to prove the intent of what they were trying to do. And it's hard to prove intent as well. It's really hard to prove intent, but it can be done. So it's just really not likely, in my opinion. Today, it's towards the very end of the stream. It's going to be, I think it's going to be on the news tonight. Hey, TJ, good to see you, honey. No, there is no qualifications needed to be the press at all. If you have a mouth, you are considered the press. If you can write something, you can be considered the press. Have you saw that Molly is wanting to go to court to be there for CP? Nothing would surprise me.
Of that entire section of our Bill of Rights. But long story short is I knew we were going to be held over. I really wasn't concerned about it. I was hopeful. Obviously you're always hopeful that things will be different, or they do the right thing and drop this nonsense, because we're going to be able to prove hashtag.
Yeah, Grace, me either. Grace is someone who's worked in the court system for what, 30 years? 30 years? She's never seen anything like this.
make no contact. And not only that, I never created the hashtags. The hashtags were created a long time before Bullhorn Betty ever got involved in this case. This boy disappeared on February 26th. My very first.
Hey, Betty. She has been. They barely acknowledged her. I bet she bought all their food just to get it. It's bizarre.
Video was posted on this case where he was featured, I believe, on March 16th. Like 2 or 3 weeks after this case, and they can't say I was harassing them then, because to be honest with you, I didn't know what to make of this case until we started diving into it.
Betty, if you can speak to it, fine. If not, fine. I don't want to put you in any position or anything like that. But what are they actually saying or accusing you that you allegedly did? What are they saying? I know Edgar was upset with supposedly putting something on a telephone pole, but what are the Bowerfoots and them allegedly claiming? Because I mean, you've never threatened them. I used hashtags, so you used hashtags. Oh, wow. Boy, that is why they are saying it was indirect contact. Oh my God. Oh my God. That's it? That's it. Why would he stop the proceeding during case testimony? Oh, hold on. 1 second. All right. Betty just called. Betty just
hold
called.
on. Let me turn the volume down so you're hearing yourself on the screen. I hate when that happens. You want me to call on a different number?
No, you're good. You're good.
Okay.
All right. Go ahead.
So what it came down to, the probable cause, is the hashtags, because when they played the videos, obviously there was no threats. I threatened to sue them. It's hardly a threat. And not only that, but what they are going to have a problem with is the timing of that. I'm in Florida, I'm an hour away. That happened before the judge, this case was even presided over. So those first three happened 30 at my house. Well, between 9 and 9:30. In Sumner County, that's 8 and 8:30. So even though they were notified after court, it still happened prior to them ever being before a judge. So they're going to have a problem there at some point. But what it came down to for the second one, because I was angry at you and yelling at you in the second one, I didn't even bring up their name. It was just basically, fuck you, Justin. You know? And so the only thing they got me on that one was the fact that it said, hashtag Chris and Katie. And that's what they were trying to say was indirect contact. But here's the thing. Whenever Chris and Katie went on the stand, they said, do you have proof here that it contacted you? And it's no. That these third parties, their friends, the people that support them, reached out to them. That's somehow indirect contact from me. And it's like, what? I have no control over the flippin' world because I run a story.
No, of course not.
And that was their standing for the probable cause. So again, this is only getting us one step closer to the appellate courts. The appellate courts, unfortunately, are more expensive. But like I said at the beginning, when we started seeing all of this stuff unfold back in August and September, we knew that there was something not right in this county. I've got attorneys all over the state of Tennessee right now, and nobody can understand how these proceedings are going on. Every attorney I talk to in Florida doesn't understand how these proceedings can be going on. Nobody can explain any of this to me. but it's still going on. So the clear path forward is moving it up the food chain.
Right.
But you got to go through the processes of the lower courts to get up to the higher courts, and all of this again is time and of course money.
Yeah.
So that's kind of where we sit right now, is just moving it through the system. It's got to, maybe by a chance of luck, by a chance of flipping luck, the grand jury doesn't indict. I mean, the videos. I mean, I'm sitting here listening to this, and I'm thinking, there's no threats here. There's no threats of violence. There's no threats of outrage. There's no threats of getting people to go threaten him. There's nothing. Like, there's nothing here. Yet they're taking nothing and turning it into something, which makes me believe there's something more going on. So that's kind of where we are.
So was that the video when you was in your car?
No, the real Me Too was driving. That's not my vehicle.
No.
Yes.
No. Whenever you were cussing me.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, and I was still in Florida. I was only 2 hours, because I think I left my mom's house that morning at 10, which would again, would have been 9 o'clock Central Time. So they would have, when I left the house, they were just starting the court proceedings.
Right.
And so that was about 2 hours in, because that was after the ruling of the court. And I think you said something sideways. And of course, people reached out to me, can you?
Right.
And then of course I went live then, cussing you anything but a white man,
Right.
So, it's just one of those things. So again, the other thing they're going to have to show is, like, this stuff is defaulted. If you notice, it says the same damn thing each and every time, because I set it up in my defaults when I cover a case, that I'm going to be diving into. So when I go live, that stuff is auto-populated in there. Once it's set, I forget it. It's not like I go in there and physically type all this crap in there each and every live.
Right. It sets it for us every time. Yeah.
Right. So it's all. When I went live on the road, obviously I can't type. I can't remove things either. So you're talking about something so trivial as default settings, and that's what the crux of their case is hashtags, and whether those constitute indirect contact. So I have a funny feeling that with just a little bit of education, they'll understand there is no contact. This is like the Dewey Decimal System of social media, of content.
Mm-hmm.
It categorizes content. It's that simple. That's all it does. So if people are looking for Dr. Phil, they might get my video. Just like if they're looking for Sebastian's Army, they might get my video. If they're looking for Sebastian Rogers, they might get my video.
Right.
If they're looking for Seth Rogers, they might get my video. If they're looking for Nancy Grace, because that's another hashtag in there too, they might get my video.
Right.
But then the key word is they have to search for it.
Right. It's not, you're not directly, well, first of all, you're not directly contacting them.
Directly or indirectly. That is not a contact. It's the filing system of content on social media and Google.
Right. And they are a part of the case, right? I mean, they're part of it.
And in technical sense, because it's a national case, and it was a national case before I got involved in it, they are public people. If only limited public people, they're still public people, and they have a different layer of scrutiny that is allowed upon them according to state statute and according to federal statute.
Right. I mean, opinion-wise, yeah, absolutely. I mean, like, obviously.
And not only that, but they put themselves out there. They're the ones on social media. They can go out there and act like complete fools and buffoons on social media, but don't say their name.
Well, there was Bowerfoot's friend who posted something whenever I guess Edgar and Nina were going through the custody thing, and she was calling out a judge and saying allegedly that she knew the route he takes to work. Have you ever seen that?
I've heard about that. No, actually, I think I did. We did hear that. I think Nina
I've got the
said something or
screenshot.
somebody.
I've got the
Yes,
screenshot.
yes, somebody. I remember somebody saying that. And you know what's really messed up is they're trying to say that the judge said. This is what I heard. Now I haven't listened to it, so I should put that caveat on it. It might just be a big fat rumor, but I heard that the hate channels are spreading rumor that I threatened the judge. Well, first and foremost, I was before this judge that just recused himself. He recused himself because he had already found probable cause in the protective orders, and he would have been biased to also be hearing probable cause for the criminal side.
Gotcha.
That's the true reason why
Right.
he recused himself. However, at the end, he wanted to talk about how somebody was in the court recording, for not for me, but recording about me. They had only checked one side of that courtroom when we were there that one time, and obviously somebody from their side left the courtroom. There was only one person in black and white that left the courtroom, and it wasn't nobody affiliated with us. So that's first and foremost. Then he was talking about threats. He never specifically said anything. I've never threatened the damn judge. I can tell you that. I don't threaten anybody. But he said something to the effect of, I have been getting calls. I've never called the judge. Nor would it be proper.
No,
that he was getting
I know you don't condone. You
death
don't.
calls.
You
Yeah.
don't condone that at all. Of course not.
Absolutely not. But he was getting not only emails, but calls with death threats to him, his family, and I can't remember. I think when he said his family, I think he extended that to his grandkids. And I'm like, well, first of all,
That's unacceptable. That's
absolutely unacceptable. But to say that if I did that was before that judge today, I would be wearing some damn handcuffs. Let's be honest.
Yes, you would have. Yep.
So let's stop the BS right now. First and foremost, the only people, if we look in the history of this case, there's only been several people on this platform, including the stepfather of a missing child, making threats, violent threats to bodily injury and or death on this platform to anybody that has stepped into this case. So the idea that anybody from the actual true crime community was doing death threats, I hardly doubt it. We know where the threats are coming from. We knew where the threats were coming from on June 25th when I was being stopped. We knew who was making the threats before I even got into town. And we know exactly who was not making threats. And if anybody has any questions about it, you could go right over to the playlist. And we've been asking people to produce all these threats that they've heard me say online. Even Megan Fox demanded them to turn some threats over to her. She was happy to air them on her show and everything. If I made them, she would accept.
Right.
She gave them every opportunity. Still to this day, she's still willing to accept any proof of these threats that are alleged in these affidavits, and not one person has been able to prove that, has been able to provide that, has been able to even produce that for a court hearing. It's all been word of mouth, and we are this far in, and nobody's had to produce a damn thing.
That's insane. That's insane if they haven't had to produce anything.
They haven't produced anything to support their claims. Even that 9-minute clip, where in that 9-minute clip, that monstrosity of at that point 8 months of work where they clipped anytime I've said anything excitable or anything like that, they strummed them together in a monstrosity of a 9-minute video. Even then, they didn't put one threat in there. Nothing that supported any of the affidavits. So how, if their affidavits say one thing and they're producing another, how is that still keep moving this thing forward? They haven't even been able to prove the claims that they've made in the original affidavit.
Mm-hmm.
So we've got some work to do. That's kind of my statement. There's a lot here. There's a lot that's not right.
Yeah.
And, it's just going to have to be taken out of this county. And we've got attorneys, so I'm just going to lean on them for guidance and advice. And but I can tell you, everybody's scratching their head. I'm scratching my head. We've been watching these cases for years. When has any type of crap like this ever happened? They even sit up there and say, I don't know her. I've never seen her. Well, if you don't know me and you've never seen me, how can I be stalking you?
Right.
None of this makes sense.
No, that doesn't make sense. Yeah, I didn't know what. The only thing I knew was about like the pole, and that's it. Like that's the only thing I knew about. So
No, there's nothing. That was on public easement. Like I said, you have public easement. When you have an easement on there up to the utility pole,
right.
whether you maintain it or not, you have public easement.
Mm-hmm.
That's where the sidewalks would go if they put them in. There's rules, laws that tell you if there's no sidewalk, you must walk on the public easement.
Sure. Well, I mean, if there's utility poles there, it's free range. You know, I mean, you can.
But remember over in Chatham County, where did they put us? They put us on the public easement.
Of course, yeah.
They made all of our cars get on the public easement. They needed them off the road. You can't walk on the road. You have to walk in the public easement.
Yeah.
Why? Because it's the public easement.
Yeah, they didn't want us in the roads at all, naturally, either.
Yeah. So there's just a lot going on here. So we'll see how everything works out. But again, this is not the end all be all. This was the lowest, threshold imaginable, which was probable cause. And I don't think they would ever have enough for anything other than probable cause, because beyond a reasonable doubt, there's no threats there.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, they've received zero contact from Bullhorn Betty.
I don't know. That's wild to me. That's wild to me. Like I said,
they tell a judge, I've never seen them. They've never spoken to me. And I've only made videos on my channel that they have to go to watch.
Right.
I want people to think about that.
Yeah.
And because I say that they've done something to their son, that's harassment. Even though they put the inconsistencies out there in the public, including on Smiley's World, our lovely Smiley's World. They dropped a lot of bombshells that we all ate up, including the CPS reports. We didn't make that up. They told us about that.
Yeah, of course. And so did Seth.
Yeah.
Seth got an attorney to do it.
So, anyways, well, I just figured I'd fill you in since you were asking questions and I didn't feel like typing it all out. You have to wait 20 seconds, read it, then wait 20 seconds for me to see it.
Well, thanks for calling in. I appreciate it to get a more clear picture on that.
So, I don't know what's going on here. I still haven't figured it out, but I just know that this is, once I got there, my attorney talked to the state attorney. He told me how things were going to roll out, and they rolled out exactly the way he said. So there was no mystery, there was no confusion. But I do have a problem with how Maddie and Terry Bowersox, their claims got through when they didn't even go on the stand. It was all confirmed by Katie. Again, an evidentiary, a procedural matter. I still don't understand all that, because we deal with evidence and procedure all the time. It just doesn't make sense to me. You have to authenticate things. You've got to be able to cross-examine your accuser.
Right.
There was none of that. There wasn't none of that the first time. There's none of that this time. There's something wrong here.
It's like a kangaroo court, it sounds like. Seth says, but Chris is the reason I found out. And that would be true. Yes, he's the reason, because Seth did not know that any CPS reports were going on.
Yeah.
And that's how he found out that, they were in the home.
Yeah, so that's just kind of where we are. It wasn't a good day. It wasn't a bad day. It was kind of a mediocre day. I mean, it's not a done deal or anything like that. We just got through the lowest threshold possible of probable cause. What's probable cause? You writing an affidavit against me, whether it's filled with lies or not, I get arrested, then that's probable cause to arrest me. Then I have to go to court. They have to say, oh my gosh, well, we don't have enough evidence to bring her to trial.
When is your next court date?
I think May 23rd or something like that. It's a while. It's
about a
away.
month away.
Yeah. But and of course, the case in the appellate court hasn't been transferred yet, so
That'll take a long while, probably.
Once it's transferred, it's still going to take another 4 to 6 months.
Easy. Easy.
Yeah. So, but and from what everybody says is the POs or OPs, they call them OPs, orders of protection, not protection orders up here. OPs will be expired by the time we go to court. But like I told my attorney, it doesn't matter whether they're expired. It matters the fact that they're telling the world I threatened somebody with a gun and a machete when I did not ever threaten anybody with a gun and a machete, and therefore I want to vindicate my name.
Right.
This stuff here could travel with you the rest of your life. They must think I'm just going to lay down. This is my name. This is my reputation, and everybody can see my damn videos for the way they are. Do I speak regularly, or do I say things outlandish? Of course I do. That's my job. If there wasn't a Bullhorn Betty, some of these cases might not spark the interest of people. There's a lot of stuff I do for these cases that make people pay attention.
Yeah, that machete, you that was from Summer Wells' case on your Amazon wish list.
Yes, it was on my Amazon wish list for years. And somebody
I know that. Yeah.
Finally bought me one and sent it to me back in July. And I think the only thing I said about it was I can't wait to use it out in the woods of Tennessee, searching for Sebastian. That was to the extent of the conversation related to the machete. We went through 600 videos researching the word machete. It only shows up in one video.
Wow.
So, it's insane. It's insane. And we absolutely know exactly what video it is, exactly what was stated. I mean, that's pretty 600 flipping videos. 603, I think, videos. And there's only one reference to a machete. And it was July...
Thank you, Chris. I was just thinking someone, sorry. You're good.
July 20, I think it was July 25th or July 26th was when I ever even referenced a machete. I think the only other time that I referenced it was years ago when we were at the Pell with Miranda Rosa, because I had said that was out of the search videos. But I remember bringing it up because I remember I would have really liked a machete in that swamp. That was some tough terrain,
Yeah.
So it was rough. It was hot, and I had dollar-sized blisters on the palms of my feet. It was a very rough case. So, at any rate, I don't want to take up your whole show, but I'm really thankful. I just want to tell everybody thank you for all the prayers. Thank you for all the love and the support. Thank you for standing by me. This has been rough. I'm glad people decided to go and look for themselves to see if any of this was true, and knows damn good and well none of this is true. I don't know what's going on, but I thank you guys all for being here and supporting me.
Of course. All right, honey. Thank you so much for calling and explaining that. All right. Love you too, honey. All right. Bye-bye. All right. So there is Miss Betty. You remember how, listen to this, guys, for 1 second. Listen to this. Remember how Matt, you guys remember Matt, who was on my channel and Jay's channel in the beginning? Listen to this. Let me find it here. Remember what he said. Play a little music. I think this is my video actually, but it's okay.
Now, I don't want to say that he was being serious, but when speaking about Nina, I mean, he's mentioned before about like paying someone to rid her, you know?
Yeah.
Now, I don't know if that was serious or just joking around. I can't say for sure. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
But that was mentioned.
He talked.
Do y'all remember that? Allegedly paying someone to rid Nina. Crazy. Listen to this.
Off her?
Like, people will say that when they're angry. I know I've said it before about my ex-wife, you know. I would rather pay this than to go through a divorce with her and her get half of my shit.
Sure. People say that just in anger, you know.
But he continues here. Listen to this.
At Chris.
That's that.
About Nina?
And there's multiple witnesses.
Multiple witnesses. Multiple witnesses. Now listen to this.
Wow.
Because everyone there, someone started a joke with him. Instead of calling them Bower socks, they called them powered by cops.
Oh my God.
And that's honestly what he seemed like, rather than.
Now, there's another one that I have. I don't think so either. There was another one that I might have here. Let me see.
Going.
Bear with me. It might be this one.
And as far as paying people.
Okay, here. This one. Listen right here.
Going as far as paying people to.
I believe that too.
For example, if you were Chris's ex, he would pay someone to come to, you know, your house, apartment, job, whatever, and just vandalize your car, cut your tires.
Hadn't we had that in this
whatever
case?
it may be, just to harm you and hurt you.
Smiley was playing that. Can you imagine? That is insane.
And if he knew that, for example, like if you didn't make good money, what he considered good money, he would make it that much harder on you. He would make it, you know, do double of what he would normally do, because he'd be like, well, I'm not just hurting them by their heart, I'm hurting them in their pocket too.
This guy is Matt, who is allegedly an old employee of the Bow Wows. And that's crazy. Let's see if this one's it.
That's why.
Okay, no, that's not it. So I always found that interesting. He also said that they called Sebastian the R word. He alleges that they called Sebastian the R word often as well, which, you know, it still came off of his tongue yesterday. In my opinion, Kristen said, are both dangerous. They both need to be watched closely. I don't think Seth is dangerous personally. But everyone's free to have their opinion. Betty, why not contact the higher ups like or Cash Patel or FBI or Pam Bondi General. If I was Seth, I would contact them. Well, I don't know. That's a big feat to ask. You know what I mean? Remember when Edgar said if we had money, we would have him? Yes. Justin, did LE interview Matt? Yes. Well, I know he called them. I actually have that interview somewhere. I need to dig it out. I have that interview. He came. I've got it on my show, on his channel here, as well. Where he called in. I don't remember which live it was. It was a long time ago. It was whenever Sebastian first went missing. Hey, Gypsy, I did not find Seth anything but kind. I think Seth, I've met Seth in person, and I think he's a great guy who just wants to find his son and move on. But that's just my opinion. You know what I mean? I think he's a hurt, frustrated father. And I think he has been extremely patient. And yesterday he blew his lid. And you can't blame him after Seth has not spoke about them, hasn't been even on YouTube. This is the first time I've seen him in my chat in ages. In my opinion, I think the family has a lot of dark secrets. Well, Matt goes into that as well. He alleges, well, you just heard him, right? You just heard him say this. I think it's this right here.
I mean, going as far as...
Right here, listen to this.
I mean, going as far as paying people to...
I believe that too.
For example, if you were Chris's ex, he would pay someone to come to, your house, apartment, job, whatever, and just vandalize your car, cut your tires.
Hadn't we had that discussion?
Whatever it may be, just to harm you and hurt you.
Mm-hmm.
And if he knew that, for example, like if you didn't make good money, what he considered good money, he would make it that much harder on you. He would make it, do double of what he would normally do, because he'd be like, oh, I'm not just hurting them by their heart, I'm hurting them in their pocket too.
Now, remember, that's why I was talking about, I know people was like, I don't think so yesterday when I mentioned it about KK. I was like, remember what Nina said they said to her while she was in the police parking lot, that not Sebastian, God, they should allegedly run over her in the parking lot. This is the mother of his child. I hope Nina knows this so she can stay alert. Roxy, I do too. I do too. I hope so too. Right, Patty. I mean, it's like people just forget about, like Josh said, everything that Nina talks about. And do we need to play that again? I should play that again sometimes. That woman is traumatized. Traumatized. And Kimberly, I agree with you. I think, in my opinion, they probably get, tipsy. And, some people change a lot whenever they are under the influence. Some people are not the same people. Some people get very angry. Some people cry. Some people are loud. Some people are quiet. You should have, because people haven't seen it. Yeah, I'll dig it out and I'll play it. I want to play the rest of this. We didn't get to hear the rest of this yesterday. Thank you, Hatters, so much. Really do appreciate you, my friend. And mine. Thank you so much. Raymond, thank you. In my opinion, Seth had all the right in the world to jump all over Edgar last night. This is Seth's child. This is Seth's child. This is KK's child, right? Why is he the one that is trying to steer the ship here whenever they were quiet for months about Sebastian? Months about Sebastian. Oh, did y'all hear? Someone sent me a clip yesterday. It was from On Queens, and it was that what's her barbecue lady, who, and her, supposedly her friend, it was something about a recording Katie. One of them was recording Katie or something like that. And now, like, their friendship is broken up, and I guess Barbecue's friend is allegedly claiming that KK said before he was murdered. Now, and they supposedly have that on recording. Now, I'll be honest with you, I can't imagine KK just saying that at dinner. Has anyone ever recorded it? Oh, absolutely, Mimi. Yes. I don't think, I just don't think Katie's going to say that at a lunch dinner. I'll just, it is, Angel. It is. I just don't think Katie's going to say something like that at dinner. I think that would have been turned in. I hope it would have been quickly. Edgar doesn't seem like a worried step parent, more like an angry evil man trying to suppress the truth. Rocco, I agree. Sonia, you're right. If they're drinking, if they were drinking and stuff, things can slip. Then why wouldn't Ellie have it? That's what, yeah. Sandwich, like, that's what I'm saying. I don't know anything about barbecue or anything like that. Never. But whether it was recorded or whether there was a recording or not, I just don't think Katie's going to say something like that. I mean, is it a possibility? I guess anything's a possibility. Yes, it says Justin. Yes, barbecue did record KK, and she saw Sebastian's godmother after Sebastian was. It was on TikTok. Oh, really, Dirty Diana? Interesting. Barbecue and Tammy both claim the things, but they seem to hold on to them as weapons toward each other. Well, the main thing is send it to law enforcement. If it is out there, send it to law enforcement. It's possible she has some kind of recording on KK. I don't know. Okay, let's go to News Channel 2. Hold on. What's this? News Channel 2. Supposedly they got something out. Nashville. Where's it at on News Channel 2? Is it on the website? Let me look at this. KK looks completely different. Or is it on their Facebook? Someone's got the link. They can send it to me, but I'm looking right now. Guys, hit that thumbs up, please. Mental health evaluation reported pending for Jeremy principal murder case. Oh my God. Hold on. What's the What's that? What? All right. This is on TikTok right here. Is it on News Channel 2?
You did, not me.
Locked eyes and even asked each other at that moment, did you just hear murder? And I didn't. We're like, she just said that was before he was murdered. That was her words.
So just who is Sebastian Rogers' godmother? Is this what could have happened to him? Somebody has more information. And if Tammy just revealed this information, when did this meeting take place? The FBI surely needs to know this information. If you have any information on young, autistic Sebastian Rogers missing from Hendersonville, Tennessee, please contact the FBI or Sumner County Sheriff. We all pray for justice for Sebastian. Be well.
As Katie said those words of that supposedly is who said named as Sebastian's godmother, when I've only met her one time, and that was before he was murdered. Immediately, we heard those words.
You did, not me.
Locked eyes and even asked each other at that moment, did you just hear murder? And I didn't. We're like, she just said that was before he was murdered. That was her words.
So, just who is Sebastian Rogers' godmother? Is this?
I didn't know Sebastian had a godmother. Did y'all? I never heard that. Ever. Is that really true? I hope she turns that in. I don't think Katie said that. I mean, it's possible. I don't see it though. I mean, unless they were drunk or something like that, which nothing would surprise me. But WKRN News 2. It's not on Facebook. Hold on. 1 second. Um, send link again. I don't see anything. Okay. Did the blonde just say red? That's what she is alleging that they heard, but I don't know. Unless she spun a story distraction. She seems very selective about her words, but also lets the truth slip, so maybe I could see it. I don't know. Okay. 1 second. 120. Okay, I got it. 1 second. 128. Thank you. Oh, I gotcha. I'm looking for the WKRN News 2. Is it on there? For the entire. Yeah, I definitely think we are getting to know the real Edgar. Just imagine how Sebastian used to feel. That's what I'm saying, Juniper. I can't imagine how Sebastian used to feel. Hey, VA, good to see you. CB, yes. And if you want to leave the country, they can flag you at the airport. Horrible. All right, let's get back to this. If someone's got that news channel too, like they said, I don't see it anywhere. Then send it to me. But I don't see it. All right, we're going to get over to Edgar. Edgarstein. And see what her nasty mouth talked about again. Okay. Here we go. It does sound like a hearsay situation. They say they have it recorded, but again, people say a lot of things on here, and you know how that is. You know how that is.
Any more different standards than I hold myself to, because his parenting plan mirrors mine.
His parenting plan mirrors his. Can he write a parenting plan? Probably Beautiful Disaster. I agree, Candace. I agree. Because, I mean, that essentially is saying, whoever is saying that KK essentially admitted to them that Sebastian would have been unalived. And that's a really big accusation, right? Just to say, you can have questions about a case, you can think, have an opinion about a case, but you can't outright say someone unalived someone, right? That's not fair. You can definitely have a suspicion, a lot of questions, as I certainly do. But you can't say, oh, well, she just said that, this happened to her kid. I don't think she would either, Maxine, but
I still believe in co-parenting. For the record, so in case anybody's like, well, I still believe in co-parenting.
this is after he cussed the hell out of Seth and called him every name in the book, talking about his genitalia and everything else. And he comes down off of his Edgar, I don't know, perhaps YouTube psychosis, in my opinion, and then says, oh, we still have a parenting plan, or I still believe in dual parenting.
Sebastian comes home, we're all three going to co-parent. I didn't say all three of us are going to have to like each other and sing kumbaya, but we are going to have to co-parent. So we're going to have to find some neutral ground and move forward with getting Sebastian any help that he needs and whatever else we need.
Oh, here we go, guys. Here we go. We got breaking news. We got the clip.
So whoever clips
Let me
this
pull it
shit,
up.
make sure you clip that and send that to him as well.
All right, here we go. Y'all ready for this?
Was due to an increased fear because of the
What the fuck? Sorry. Is she going Amish? What happened to her lips? The fuck? God, honey. We have got to... Lord, someone. Come on. Molly, take her to Saks Fifth. Something, please. If you're there, take her. Get the girl. Get the girl some clothes that will fit her. Get that fucking Laura Ingalls, Mary Ingalls Wilder shit, hair braided, fixed, pump those lips up a little bit or something, get her a little tan, put her a little rouge on, fuck.
the danger from threats, harassment, and as well as trespassing.
The family of a missing Sumner County teenager made their
As trespassing.
Oh my God. Is that Chris? What the fuck? He looks like Satan. Look at his eyes there. He looks like Satan.
The family of a missing Sumner County teenager made their case today against a YouTuber who's been covering the case of Sebastian Rogers disappears today against a...
Oh my God. She looks She looks bad. She really does. He looks the same. That's Cruella. That's Cruella. Bowerfoot, Miss Bowerfoot, Boy in the Woods with the Straw, and the box, whatever the thing, I don't forget his name. This is all of this right here in this section is Clue, and then this is I forget his name. Cletus. She does look like Cruella does look like a witch, doesn't she? She looks bad. Like, I'm seriously not trying to be like, but either she's on the weight loss shot, in my opinion, or something's going on. Because she is very, very, very. Even Molly hated Turlin. Well, there you go. Might be the
YouTuber who's been covering the case of Sebastian Rogers' disappearance. They claim Bullhorn Betty stalked and harassed their family despite orders of protection. Good evening and welcome to News 2 at 6. I'm Bob Mueller.
And I'm Haley Wilgus. News 2's Caitlin Quisenberry was in court as a judge decided whether a criminal case against the YouTuber should move forward.
Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, sir.
For about an hour this afternoon, Katie and Chris Proudfoot testified against YouTuber Andra Griffin, also known as Bullhorn Betty, claiming she violated the terms of 3 order of protections.
Are you tagged in this video?
I am.
Is your full name tagged in this video?
It is.
She's reporting a bunch of lies. She's harassing me, harassing my family.
Sebastian Rogers' case gained national attention from news outlets and social media users after he disappeared from his home in Hendersonville last year. Griffin, with her 38,000 subscribers, was one of those YouTubers covering the case.
Ms. Griffin has reported, I would say frequently, on the disappearance of your son, Sebastian. Is that right?
Daily, sometimes multiple times a day.
In August, Sebastian's mom and step-grandparents were given an order of protection against the YouTuber after they say she stalked and harassed them. Griffin was then banned from having any contact with the family, directly or indirectly. But the Proudfoots told the court that same day Griffin violated the terms by talking about them in a YouTube live stream and including their names in hashtags.
After this case is said and done, I will be going after the Proudfoots and the Balasas for damages.
Immediately, we showed our phones to Detective Bynes and said, look, it's already started.
The initial preliminary hearing today was cut short, with the judge saying he could not reside over the case due to threats. The hearing was then passed to a different judge who oversaw the case. Attorneys for both sides argued about intentions and what is included in the First Amendment.
If she didn't intend for Chris Proudfoot to view the video, why would you hashtag Chris Proudfoot? If she didn't intend for Miss Katie Proudfoot to view the video, why would you hashtag Katie Proudfoot?
This is First Amendment protected speech. There has to be some action that will require that by Miss Griffin to direct that to the petitioners. And the statute clearly says that it's only a violation if the defendant knowingly does that.
This case is moving to a grand jury on May 23rd. The order of protection is still in place for all parties, and the judge ruled that she can say the Proudfoot's names in her coverage, but will face consequences if she steps over the line of protected speech. Bob.
Well, again, the hashtag is I mean, if they're going over hashtags, right? How would KK and Edgar, like, people mention us all the time as YouTubers over the internet. May even mention you guys, right? Over the internet and stuff. I don't ever look at my hashtags. I have never looked at my hashtags. Ever. Like, if you're tagging me, hashtagging me, I do not know about it. You have to search for it. Exactly, Gypsy. You have to search for it. And I'm just saying, Betty's not the only one that's hashtagged them. I mean, I don't hashtag them, Edgar and KK, because I just don't think they're. But it's a hashtag. I'm sure there's a lot of Chris Proudfoots out there. Katie Proudfoots. I'm sure there's more than one. It doesn't say Chris Proudfoot of, whoever. Right hatters. Right. Exactly. KK, honey. I've never seen two people look so different in such short periods of time. The whole internet uses hashtags, of course. I mean, what if someone hashtags Kim Kardashian and is talking, have an opinion of talking shit on her? You know what I mean? Like, is that where we're going now? It just doesn't make sense. Oh my God.
Harassment and as well.
Where did her lips go? Where did her lips go? I mean, KK, I know you're not talking much, but your lips are even hiding, in my opinion.
As trespassing.
The family of a missing Sumner County teenager made their case today against a YouTuber who's been covering the case of Sebastian Rogers' disappearance. They claim Bullhorn Betty stalked and harassed their family despite orders of protection. Good evening and welcome to News 2 at 6. I'm Bob Mueller.
And I'm Haley Wilgus. News 2's Caitlin Quisenberry was in court as a judge decided whether a criminal case against the YouTuber should move forward.
Do you swear?
Whether a criminal case against the YouTuber should move forward.
Edgar was talking about people being plump yesterday. Now, I'm a full-figured queen myself, so I really can't talk either. I mean, I've lost weight, but look at this. It's
Do you swear?
Oh my God, hold on. Let me look
Whether
at
a criminal case against the YouTuber should move forward.
Edgar's ears. He's got the I'm not going to say it. Never mind.
Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God? Yes, sir.
For about an hour this afternoon, Katie and Chris.
And nothing but.
Why'd you say look at the braid? You call that a braid? I call that rat's nest at best.
But the truth, so help you God. Yes, sir.
For about
They said the truth. That's
an hour this afternoon, Katie and Chris
okay.
Proudfoot testified against YouTuber Andre
Betty looks good.
Griffin, also known as Bullhorn Betty.
The white hair, Betty can really rock it, actually. Betty looks good in it. Some people don't look good in it, but she's got the right color, white hair to rock it. She really does.
Claiming she violated the terms of 3 order of protections.
Are you tagged in this video?
I am.
Is your full name tagged in this video?
It is.
She's reporting a
Is your middle name?
bunch of lies. She's
What about, he didn't say machete? Machete this time?
harassing me,
I'm not
harassing my
asking
family.
about.
Sebastian Rogers.
How? Saying something is one thing, but how is how? You can say a lot of things, but how? That's the whole point of court, is proving it. Please come back when it's over. I see you. Hide her and then unhide her and then see if she can type Tina. And then after you hide her and unhide her, if she can't speak, then time her out on the least amount, and then it should reset it. He got the mullet cut off. I know, but you know, Edgar, you will always have a mullet to us. Always. It's just who you are. You know what I mean? In my opinion, allegedly, at least. Linda, thank you so much, my dear. Really do appreciate you. 4 months. Thank you, love. And thank you, Ginger Snap. A year, I think they have number, or the pound sign, and, or hashtag. God, I'm old. I said pound. I still say pound sign. The hashtag and @ confused. The @ is a direct contact. And the pound. That is exactly right. Ginger, very good point. Very good point. A hashtag is not a direct contact. That is, like you said, a subject matter. The @ sign is directly tagging that person, meaning you want them to see this. Very good point, Ginger. Thank you for that, by the way, and thank you for 12 months. Raymond, thank you so much. In my opinion, Seth had all the right in the world. Edgar last night. I agree. The black lipstick is horrifying. Who had black lipstick on? So they're claiming she violated the TRO because she used a hashtag. Cruella?
His case gained national attention from news outlets and social media users after he disappeared from his home in Hendersonville last year. Griffin, with her 38,000 subscribers, was one of those YouTubers covering the case.
Ms. Griffin has reported, I would say frequently, on the disappearance of your son.
My God, KK. Reba McEntire's got a bigger upper lip than you.
Sebastian, is that right?
Daily, sometimes multiple times a day.
In August, Sebastian's mom and step-grandparents were given an order of protection against the YouTuber after they say she stalked and harassed them. Griffin was then banned from having any contact with the family, directly or indirectly. But the Proudfoots told the court that same day, Griffin violated the terms by talking about them in a YouTube live. That same day, Griffin.
Damn. Cruella. If you're blocked, it wouldn't let you super chat. That's weird. No, it'll still let you super chat if you're blocked. Hold on. I'll check it out. Did you, so sorry. It was an accident, Tina. I am so sorry, honey. If she's, see if you can type now. I see you fixed it. Okay, cool. Thank you. Is it the, what's it called, shot? What the hell is it? Who's this woman? And this is Edgar's sister, allegedly, the purple-haired one? Ozempic face. Yeah, that's what it is. The purple-haired woman is Melissa, Chris's sister. I tried, but she hasn't come back yet. Huh. Worry about themselves instead of poor Sebastian. I mean, you got to remember the first thing Edgar said with the news interview. She said, "How are you doing?" And he said, "It's rough. It's rough. And, you know, people are judging us and saying the most awful things," or something like that.
Griffin violated the terms by talking about them in a YouTube live stream and including their names in hashtags.
They don't want him found Tennessee. That's the one they're claiming. I might see if that's still up.
After this case is said and done, I will be going after the Proudfoots and the Ballastocks for damages.
Immediately, we showed our phones to Detective Bynes and said, "Look, it's already started."
The initial preliminary hearing today was cut short, with the judge saying he could not preside over the case due to threats. The hearing was then passed to a different judge who oversaw the case. Attorneys for both sides argued about intentions and what is included in the First Amendment.
If she didn't intend for Chris Proudfoot to view the video, why would you hashtag Chris Proudfoot? If she didn't intend for
Mr. Socks, that is the nose candy guy that does the spirit box. Thank you so much, Sandra. What a lovely, clever chat you have, Justin. Thank you so much, Sandra. Appreciate you, my dear. Good to see you. Was that Tarland? Let's go back. I don't know.
And harassed them. Griffin was then banned from.
Oh, is that her? Is that Tara Lynn sitting between the two of these? Oh, yeah, because I think Molly's right here, isn't it? There's Molly. And because Molly said, they said that Molly said they didn't like her or something like that. Someone said that in chat. Show me prison. Where did Molly go? She's seen here. I think it's right here in the beginning. Right here. There she is. There's Molly. Who is the woman in front of the flying monkeys? In front? I don't know. Look at Chris looking at it. He looks... Can you imagine, Sebastian, what he had to go through, in my opinion, allegedly? Can't imagine. Big bully. He looks conservated.
The family of a missing Sumner County teenager made their case today against a YouTuber.
These guys back here in the very back, they're like, what the fuck going on here, man? What is going on here? Why are all of these people here? Look at the man on with the long beard. Yeah, that's Cletus. Oh, okay. Hold on. We'll pull that up. Yes. Wait till we get. Let me just get them right here, and I'll play that in 1 second.
YouTuber who's been covering the case of Sebastian Rogers' disappearance. They claim Bullhorn Betty stalked and harassed their family despite orders of protection. Good evening and welcome to News 2 at 6. I'm Bob Mueller.
And I'm Haley Wilgus. News 2's Caitlin Quisenberry was in court as a judge decided whether a criminal case against the YouTuber should move forward.
Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
For about an hour this afternoon, Katie and Chris Proudfoot testified against YouTuber Andrea Griffin, also known as Bullhorn Betty, claiming she violated the terms of 3 order of protections.
Are you tagged in this video?
I am.
Is your full name tagged in this video?
It is.
She's reporting a bunch of lies. She's harassing me,
I'm not
harassing my
asking
family.
about.
Sebastian Rogers' case gained national attention from news outlets and social media users after he disappeared from his home in Hendersonville last year. Griffin, with her 38,000 subscribers, was one of those YouTubers covering the case.
Ms. Griffin has reported, I would say frequently, on the disappearance of your son, Sebastian. Is that right?
Daily, sometimes multiple times a day.
In August, Sebastian's mom and step-grandparents were given an
They had to record this at 2 different times because they're sitting in different places at different times. Right? So I guess one was probably before lunch and after lunch. God. His eyes are like sleepy.
order of protection against the YouTuber after they say she stalked and harassed them. Griffin was then banned from having any.
There's Turlan. There's Turlan and all of them. Right. Well, I guess she's sitting back, but between them.
Oh. Suck it now. Oh. Suck it now. Oh. Suck it now.
Any contact with the family, directly or indirectly. But the Proudfoots told the court that same day Griffin violated the terms by talking about them in a YouTube live stream and including their names in hashtags.
After this case is said and done, I will be going after the Proudfoots and the Balasas for damages.
Immediately, we showed our phones to Detective Bynes and said, look, it's already started.
The initial preliminary hearing today was cut short, with the judge saying he could not reside over the case
What?
due to
It's
threats.
already started that she is speaking on your missing child daily? Edgar, you're the one that stated you didn't care if people have their opinions. You said you didn't even care if people talk about you. That's your words. But so little what are you talking about?
Hearing was then passed to a different judge who oversaw the case. Attorneys for both sides argued about intentions and what is included in the First Amendment.
If she didn't intend for Chris Proudfoot to view the video, why would you hashtag Chris Proudfoot? If she didn't intend for Miss Katie Proudfoot to view the video, why would you hashtag?
Margaret, what do you mean, Justin? Look behind KK. What do you see? Which time? Why didn't Seth go? Betty said, I don't think Seth or Tony or any of them were there. The man with glasses? Where? Behind KK. Right there? The old man? Okay, we're going to make up some lyrics. Well, Betty hashed to tag and Edgar hashed to fit. He got mad when his mama's dead. Okay. There are some. Which one are you talking about? Are you talking about this old man? Old Man Winter. Yes, that one. That's a good. Yes, there you go. Is that yellow raincoat guy? No. No, that's not Old Man. That's not the same guy.
Directly or in.
Who's this? Does anyone know? I see. I guess she took KK's lips. Look at there. She took her lips. Hashtag here, hashtag there. Yes. LE is sitting behind KP. Fetus, Paul, uncle, brother. Oh my god. Justin looks. It looks like P. Diddy in courtroom, in my opinion.
Indirectly, but the Proudfoots told
Watch Clue's eyebrows right here.
having any contact with the family directly
I'm gonna make it bigger.
or indirectly, but the Proudfoots told the court that same day.
What is she doing with her eyes?
Directly or indirectly, but the Proudfoots told the court that same day Griffin violated the terms.
She looks like she's blinking this way instead of this way. Law enforcement should have been sitting with the clan. Her eyes look red. Well, I mean, you know,
But
the sulfur has to get awful being so mean all the time.
the Proudfoots told the having any contact with the family directly or indirectly, but the Proudfoots told the court that same day Griffin violated the terms by talking about them in a YouTube live stream and including their names in hashtags.
After this case is said and done, I will be going after the Proudfoots and the Balasas for damages.
Immediately, we showed our phones to Detective Bynes and said, look, it's already started.
The initial preliminary hearing today was cut short, with the judge saying he could not preside over the case due to threats. The hearing was then passed to a different judge who oversaw the case. Attorneys for both sides argued about intentions and what is included in the First Amendment.
If she didn't intend for Chris
Yeah, she's went
Proudfoot to view
downhill.
the video, why would you hashtag Chris Proudfoot? If she didn't intend for Miss Katie Proudfoot to view the video, why would you hashtag Katie Proudfoot?
This is First Amendment protected speech. There has to be some action that will require that by Miss Griffin to direct that to the petitioners. And the statute clearly says that it's only a violation if the defendant knowingly does that.
This case is moving to a grand jury on May 23rd. The order of protection is still in place
Oh.
for all parties, and the
Hold
judge
on.
ruled that
Hold on a second. I see who you're talking about.
contact with the family directly or indirectly, but the Proudfoots told the court
This guy in the glasses, you're saying. Right here. Right here, right here. He looks like Secret Service or FBI. And you know what they say? Remember that? Mother chickens. Looks like an undercover. Maybe. Maybe he's an overcover. He's taking notes. You know, maybe he's just a bougie reporter. I told y'all they're being watched all the time. Oh. In my opinion, they absolutely are as well. Why is the hair around her neck? Hello? Hello? Why is KK always looking sideways in court? They've always got her looking sideways. Is that a furry fanny on your face? Chris, is that a furry fanny on your face? A few of them went downhill, Justin, in my opinion. What the hell is going on, y'all? I don't know. It's weird. Weird as shit. The douche. Okay, gotcha. Repeat here. I think someone sent me something. Very interesting. Why are they never going to do anything to them? They have enough to arrest them and shoot. I think it's just taking time, guys. I think it's just taking time, in my opinion. Oh, y'all want to see Betty's live that they're talking about, that they were playing on the news there today? This is the one they had pulled up right here. Let me find it. 8 months ago. 8 months ago. Hendersonville, Tennessee. The search for evidence related to the disappearance of Sebastian Rogers' case at Kentucky landfill on Thursday yielded, quote, negative results, according to the Sumner County Sheriff's Office. And it just goes on, all that. Hashtag Sebastian Rogers, hashtag Chris Proudfoot, hashtag Katie Proudfoot, hashtag Hendersonville, hashtag Tennessee, hashtag Sebastian Rogers missing, Sebastian Rogers update, Sebastian Rogers missing updates, missing, unsolved, Seth Rogers, unsolved mysteries, lie detector, Dr. Phil. they're seriously arguing about fucking hashtags. I mean, even if it was someone on the other side, I would be like, a hashtag? Really? A damn hashtag? Justin's serious question, what exactly is a hashtag? And what are the purpose? I really don't know. So a hashtag is what us older generations called a pound sign, which is what Sheila just put up. The tic-tac-toe, right? Sort of. Yeah, tic-tac-toe. And you put a hashtag when you are describing what the content is about. And it may or may not help a video. They actually say don't do over 5 hashtags for your video to actually do good. They say never do over 5 hashtags. Now, some people do an absorbent amount of hashtags, but it doesn't really know where to send out your video if you do more than 5 hashtags. So it just kind of confuses it. But it's not directly contacting someone. It's not a direct email. It's not a direct anything. And they are trying to say that she has reached out to the P-Foots, even though the P-Foots are saying, yeah, never seen her in person other than in court, never talked to her in outside of court, being inside of here. And they're trying to argue that she is indirectly trying to reach them. I mean, if she was trying to reach them, wouldn't she have just knocked on their door that day? Or called before? Or emailed before? Has she ever emailed them? Has she ever called them? Has she ever knocked on their door?
To get into chat.
Now, I don't know if this is the one where Betty was cussing me, because I think it was the one she was driving, but she could have been cussing me in this one too. I don't know, but we'll see.
Boardrooms that the control comes out of my mouth. This is America. I can have my opinions, I can have my criticisms, and I can bring this stuff online. She does not have to watch it. If it's so harassing to her, then she should just change the freaking channel. But one thing she can't do is go to a court and lie and say I'm harassing her because I'm talking on my own channel about her case. That's something they can't do. But wouldn't you say that at this point it's crystal clear they don't want him found? Because I haven't been around them. All I've been doing is going to businesses and people that have reached out to me. I can prove literally everything.
I mean, this is the thing. I mean, usually it's a really high bar to get a restraining order or anything like that. But she's talking about a public case. She does, just Jana. She does. Right?
They have that you harassed or threatened them 3 times. There's no possibility. And not unless they manufactured stuff. There's no possibility. I haven't even spoke to them. I haven't sent them emails, messages. I haven't even asked them questions in the Facebook chat when they were in all those chat rooms. I never even asked them questions. I have never spoken to these people. Like I said, the only thing I've got is the messenger where Chris reached out to me to let me know that he was, back in the day when those people were talking about or impersonating Chris Proudfoot, and he came into the chat. He reached out to me to let me know that wasn't him, and that's not true. So outside of that, and that's a contact he made to me, not the other way around, is the only contact that I've had with either one of them. And that was literally months ago. So it's clear that they're trying to distract from Sebastian's case. There's no other explanation for this. None whatsoever. Are you trying to keep Seth from getting his son? Oh, good gracious. Girl, we know you're not deserving that. Yeah, and it's all, and I cannot for the life of me, like, it's literally a felony to lie about this stuff. And let them manufacture and intentionally manufacture proof before the court. That's even worse. Like, this is like, they don't mind lying under oath. So, we have to look at that aspect, because if they don't mind lying in a court, would they mind lying to law enforcement?
And I think that's a good point, actually. The thing that I don't understand is you can see Mr. Donkey's vehicle pass when she is talking to the police officer. And she's standing out there. You can see him pass. And he has to pass and go around and come back and wait until the officer is left. And then he intentionally tries to intimidate her, in my opinion. Now, that's just the truth. That's just the truth. And in that live, yes, Betty got out of her car, and yes, she, raised her voice, but raising your voice toward someone is not a threat toward anyone's life. And she actually called him Mr. Bauer. And he said, "Yes, ma'am." And then she got in her car and she said, "We don't need violence." That's her words. "We don't need violence." I mean, you don't have to agree with everything Betty says or does. That nobody's asking that. I mean, obviously, I've disagreed with Betty plenty of times. I mean, she was just talking to me. She was cussing me out on one of the videos. Months ago, around this time. But, the facts are the facts, and fair is fair. I mean, I implore you to go watch some First Amendment auditors here on YouTube. You see what they get by with because they know their rights. Thank you, Raymond. Thank you so much, my dear. Really do appreciate you. If you received that, make sure you thank our dear Raymond. Really do appreciate that, my dear. They can't take a billboard down that has been paid for, in my opinion. No, you can't take a billboard down that's been paid for. No. Why would you? Because it says, Google it, y'all. I don't think they have, Nicole. I think it's just talk. I think it's because money talks. I truly do, Justin. That's my only thought from the area. And we know that Mama Cruella has, I really don't think she has as much as, I think she's okay and all of that, but, they do the crap on purpose just so they can file court proceedings. Look it up. I don't know, perhaps. Betty said she'd sue the billboards. Betty said she's sure the billboards would stay up. I don't know. I don't give a damn what it says. 1 second, y'all. I just don't understand about the billboards. Like saying Google, like what do I mean, I've only seen a couple of the billboards, but here's one. Look at this. Citizens Bank Park. Google it, y'all. $447,000 reward. Sebastian Rogers. Dog the Bounty Hunter, and it's something else right there. Who took me? Well, someone took your kid. Someone did. Someone did. And I don't know about you, but if you knew you were innocent, absolutely innocent, and someone paid for umpteen billboards, right? Would you give a wooden nickel? Would you give a wooden nickel? No, because it's out there to help your child. The phone number is far too difficult for the average driver to recall. Probably, yeah. It needs to be like, where's the phone number? Oh, right there, 844-922-3236. Yeah. Yeah, it needs to be more simple. But just looking up the name Sebastian Rogers, you know what I mean? They can remember that. I don't know. Let me see if she's got any more of those up here. Missing. Have a clue? Question mark. $447,000 reward. Sebastian Rogers. Dog the Bounty Hunter. The Law Office of Joe Lesniak. Have you looked for me? Question mark. That triggers you? The length of reaching people are trying to do it to discredit. It's insane. It's insane. Everything online, especially in those communities, they try to make things a mountain out of a molehill, right? Everything is exaggerated for the drama of it to get people fired up. That's what they do. And it works. It works. Chronicles of the Shady, as someone who sits with veterans who have survived attempts, telling someone to go start a pew is very disturbing. It is very interesting for people on panel with #CPFoot, and what they have said and done goes unnoticed, and people continue to run with the others. Also, where is the outrage for she's saying BBQ and Granny and the things they said about Sebastian? Why isn't he the one being protected? And J for J complaining about a video being taken down. How many channels have you Okay, I don't know about any of that. Okay, BBQ lady, this is not my opinion, I'm just reading these. BBQ lady makes fake emails from Hong. She said Tammy told her to do it. What kind of excuse is that? It doesn't make it. God, I need to get on X, I guess.
Were you recorded, Katie?
You don't have no receipt of me recording, Katie, because I never fucking recorded it.
You need to go back and look because you're fixing to be.
Tim,
that receipt.
Tammy, you don't have no fucking recording of me recording Katie because it never fucking happened.
Oh, girl, I have got the message where you sent me your request. Go back and look in your messages.
Listen,
Go back.
I don't need to go back
look.
and look at any messages.
It's
You're a
all
lying ass
good.
bitch. You
Listen.
scam.
Okay. Anywho, I was just trying to look for the billboards. Any more of the billboards? Google it, y'all. Who took me? Proud, ? Not for long. It's a video. Let's see if it's Proud, not for long. I think it's clever marketing. I think it's clever marketing. What did Kelsey say? Go to bongs. I don't even know what. I've never even been to Hong's, I don't think, like that. I've never even spoke to Hong. Widow, thank you so much, my dear. Of my child or pet missing, I wouldn't care if at night put their faces on toilet paper. At least I know someone will be helping bring them home. P.S. I'd like to call in if that's okay. Yes. Hey, I'm going to do a show here in a little bit. Actually, I have to go now. But you can call in a little bit. I pinky promise. Okay? I need to go do some stuff. So I'll be live by 10 o'clock, 2 more hours from now. And you can call in. I know you've been wanting to call in, my dear, so I will let you. I might be live before that as well, but we'll get to it. Edgar shows his maturity level yesterday and his feelings towards Sebastian. Yep. I'll be back, Carmelita. I will. I really will. All right, guys. Love you all. Thank you so very much. You guys are amazing. You'll call too. We'll do some phone calls when we come back. I got you. Thank you, loves. Appreciate you. See you in a little bit. Bye-bye.